a spot on the sofa, just like I always do, between the velvet pillow and the ghost of me and you. The fireplace is crackling, but the heat don't reach the soul when you're staring at a story that's lost its self-control. The pine needles are dropping on the rug like heavy tears, counting down the seconds of the loneliest of years. I poured a glass of cider and I set it on the wood. I'd stop the world from turning in this moment if I could. The frost is creeping upward, painting patterns on the pane, while I'm just whispering your name into the winter rain. I still kept a place for your shadow by the tree in the house where you used to be happy with me. The lights are all blinking in a rhythm of blue, keeping a seed for a memory of you. They say it's a season for coming back home, but I'm building a kingdom of tinsel alone. Yeah, I still kept a place for your shadow. The gift under the branches doesn't have a to or from, just a hollow kind of promise for a day that'll never come. I see you in the kitchen when the steam begins to rise, with that Merry Christmas twinkle that lived inside your eyes. Now the hallway is a canyon and the bedroom is a cave, and I'm just trying to be half as strong as you were brave. The clock on the mantle is ticking too loud, like a thunderclap hidden inside of a cloud. I'm reaching for nothing, I'm grasping at air, just a man in a room with an empty armchair. I still kept a place for your shadow by the tree in the house where you used to be happy with me. The lights are all blinking in a rhythm of blue, keeping a seed for a memory of you. They say it's a season for coming back home, but I'm building a kingdom of tinsel alone. Yeah, I still kept a place for your shadow. The candles are melting, the fire is low. I'm finally learning to let the light go, but even in the dark I see you there, in the quiet, in the cold, in your empty chair. The invitation sitting by the stack of unpaid bills, the kind of void that eggnog and the whiskey never fills. I watch the neighbors stringing LEDs across the eaves, while I'm out back just sweeping up a cemetery of leaves. The television's glowing with a movie we both knew, but the color's washed out since I lost the sight of you. I'm checking my phone like a fool for a text, wondering which ghost is gonna haunt me next. The midnight mass bells are starting to chime, but I'm stuck in a loop, just killing the time. And it's a silent night indeed. just a taste of the salt as the well runs dry. I'm sleeping on your side of the bed just to feel that the hole in my life isn't actually real. Yeah, it's a silent night and deep. The grocery store is frantic, people buying up the joy. I'm staring at a shelf at a wooden soldier toy. I remember how you laughed when I tripped on the roof. Now I'm starving for the ghost of a Christmas Eve hug. The kettle starts to whistle, it's the only voice I hear. In the wreckage of the ending of a bitter, broken. They call it holy, they call it bright, but it's just the longest, darkest night. I'm hanging a stocking that'll stay unfilled, watching the momentum of my life get still. Just a taste of the salt as the well runs dry. I'm sleeping on your side of the bed just to feel that the hole in my life isn't actually real. It's a silent leaf indeed. Sleep in peace, that's what they say. But the morning is a million miles away. Just me in the shadows and the cold and away. And the way. The sun came up too early on the frost across the lawn, but I've been wide awake since the yesterday was gone. The coffee's getting bitter in a pot meant for two. I'm just staring at the chair that used to hold the sight of you. There's a stack of cards on the mantle, all from people we once knew, but they don't see the me that's left without the you. The wrapping paper's crinkling beneath my heavy feet, a hollow kind of rhythm in a house that's too discreet. I'm looking for a reason to put the record on, but the melody is broken since the harmony has gone. And it's a long and quiet morning, alone on the 25th, searching for the magic that I used to believe in. No paper being torn, no Merry Christmas in your voice, just the heavy ringing silence of a heart that has no choice. The world is opening their hearts while mine is staying shut, left with nothing but the shadow of a deep December cut. Turkey's in the freezer, I won't bother with the heat. I'll just have some cold regret for my Christmas dinner treat. I saw a picture on my phone from exactly 1 year back. We were glowing in the kitchen before the ice began to crack. Now the tinsel looks like silver wire wrapping around my chest, and I'm just another bird in a cold and empty nest. They say it's a day of miracles, a day of holy light, but I'm still waiting for the sun to break through the middle of my night. I'll toast to your new life with a glass of winter rain, and try to find the happy through the thick and left to care. Searching for the magic that I used to believe in, with no paper being torn, no Merry Christmas in your voice, just the heavy ringing silence of a heart that has no choice. The world is opening their hearts while mine is staying shut, left with nothing but the shadow of a deep December cut. The bells are ringing somewhere, but I can't hear the song. The day is almost over, even though it's been so long. Merry Christmas to the memory of the life we used to live. I'm all out of love, and I've got nothing left to give. Imagine the wax through the color of the tree, a habit I kept when you were here with me. I struck the match and I watched the flame dance like a fool, holding on to a ghost of a chance. The scent of the pine is filling the hall, but your shadow isn't leaning against the wall. The window is frosted, the world isn't white, but I'm shivering deep in the heat of the light. I'm watching the wick as it drowns in the blue, just like the way that I'm losing you. Now you're just a candle that burned itself out in a house full of echoes and shadows of doubt. The glow was so gold when the December was new, but the flicker is gone and the fire is too. I'm sitting in the dark while the carolers shout, wishing for the candle that burned itself out. Is a river that froze torn. It's the loneliest night since the Savior was born. One little spark was all that we had to keep out the winter, to keep out the sad. But you can't keep a fire when the oxygen dies. And I see the smoke rising up in your eyes. Yeah, you're just a candle that burned itself out in a house full of echoes and shadows of doubt. The glow was so gold when the December was new, but the flicker is gone and the fire is too. I'm sitting in the dark while the carolers shout, wishing for the candle that burned itself out. There's nothing there. Merry Christmas, my dear. The room's gone black and the light we had, it isn't coming back. I set 2 plates out of habit, then I put one away. The sky is that heavy, December shade of gray. I haven't turned the radio on. I can't bear the cheer of everyone singing like the world didn't end this year. The stairs don't creak the way they did when you were at the top. Now I'm just waiting for a heartbeat that I know had to stop. The furnace hums a low and lonely tune underneath the cold and silver moon. I'm checking the locks, but there's nobody coming home. Just the sound of the frost and the weight of the unknown. It's Christmas in the quiet house, the loudest kind of pain. Watching the snow turn into freezing rain. No paper being torn, no laughter in the hall. Just the dust settling softly on the photos on the wall. I'm wrapped in your sweater, trying to breathe you in, but the silence is the only guest that's ever coming in. The tree is leaning slightly, it's missing your touch. I didn't think a string of lights could hurt this much. I find a strand of your hair on the velvet of the chair, and for a split second I swear that you're there. But the floorboard stays silent, the kitchen stays cold. Just another story that'll never be told. They say peace on earth, but I just want some rest from this hollowed out feeling inside of my chest. I trade every gift and the stars in the sky for one more good morning and one less goodbye. Christmas in the quiet house, the loudest kind of pain. Watching the snow turn into freezing rain. No paper being torn, no laughter in the hall, just the dust settling softly on the photos on the wall. I'm wrapped in your sweater, trying to breathe you. But the silence is the only guest that's ever coming in. Sleep in heavenly peace, or so the song says. But I'm wide awake, counting these empty days. The fire's gone to ash, the shadows start to creep. It's Christmas in the quiet house, and the silence is too deep. I'm standing on the pavement where the salt has turned to slush. The city's moving past me in a neon-colored rush. I remember how you took my freezing hands inside your coat. Now I'm just swallowing the words that tighten in my throat. Wool socks that you knitted are starting to wear thin, just like the fragile paper skin I'm currently living in. I'm staring at our window from the sidewalk down below, watching someone else's shadow move against the firelight glow. The thermometer is dropping, hitting 0 at the gate. And I'm standing in the garden just a little bit too late. I thought the ice would harden me, I thought I'd be okay. But the spirit of the season keeps getting in the way. I've got cold feet and a cold heart tonight, walking through a town that's dressed in silver and in light. The frost is in the marrow and the wind is in the blood, and my love for you is buried deep beneath the winter flood. I used to be the pilot, now I'm just a falling spark, with cold feet and a cold heart in the dark. The carolers are coming, I can hear them round the bend, singing about a faithful love that never has to end. But they don't know the rhythm of a door that's been slammed shut, or the way a silent hallway leaves a deep and jagged cut. I'm pacing out the distance between ours and only mine, instead of mulled and spicy wine. My boots are soaked with water and my chest is tight with lead. I'm retracing every single path that leads back to your bed. You always said I'd wander, you always said I'd stray. Now I'm wandering in circles on a lonely Christmas day. The shiver isn't from the breeze or the falling of the snow. It's the shaking of a person who has nowhere left to go. Through a town that's dressed in silver and in light. The frost is in the marrow and the wind is in the blood, and my love for you is buried deep beneath the winter flood. I used to be the pilot, now I'm just a falling spark, with cold feet and a cold heart in the dark. I'll just keep on in a winter shroud. Cold feet, cold heart. I'm sitting on the floorboards where the carpet meets the pine, surrounded by the cardboard ghosts of when you still were mine. The attic dust is settling on the ribbons and the bows, while outside in the driveway it just snows and snows and snows. I open up the crate we marked with forever and a star, but looking at these empty boxes shows me where we are. I'm reaching for the tinsel, but I'm grasping at the air, finding nothing but the silence you left behind the chair. The neighbors have their candles lit in every single pane, but I'm just listening to the rhythm of my own December rain. I thought that I was ready to decorate the grief, but every empty box I open steals a little more belief. It's a house of empty boxes and a full heavy heart, watching every tradition slowly fall apart. I got the paper and the string, but nothing left to wrap. Just a white and lonely winter falling right into my lap. I'm packing up the could have beens, taping down the pain in a season where the sunlight feels like shadows in the gray. Yeah, it's just empty boxes and a heart that's full. matching stockings that we hung above the grave. One is looking lonely, just a victim of our fate. I remember how we laughed until we couldn't even stand. Now I'm staring at the hollow space where I used to hold your hand. The tree is standing naked, just a skeleton of green, the saddest centerpiece that this living room has seen. I'm sorting through the tissue, but the memories are thin, trying to find a way to let the holiday begin. They say it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all, but they haven't seen the way the shadows stretch across this wall. There's no peace on earth tonight, just a war inside my chest, and a stack of empty boxes, and where spirit used to rest. It's a house of empty boxes and a full heavy heart, watching every tradition slowly fall apart. I've got the paper and the string, but nothing left to rest. Just a white and lonely winter falling right into my lap. I'm packing up the could have beens and taping down the pain in a season where the sunlight feels like shadows in the gray. Yeah, it's just empty boxes and a heart that's full of you. I'll leave them on the floor, I'll leave the hallway dark. I'm waiting for a miracle, or just a tiny spark, but the boxes stay empty, and the heart stays full, and the winter keeps on pushing with a cold and steady pull. Empty boxes, full heart. Heavy box being dragged across the floor in silence. Drag the box down from the attic, the one with your name on the side. I sat on the floor in the hallway and let out a breath I've been trying to hide. The needles are soft on the carpet, the scent of the pine is so sweet, but it's just a cruel reminder of the warmth that is now incomplete. I'm untangling strings in the darkness, a puzzle of green and of gold, holding on to a story that's already been bought and been sold. The window is frosted with patterns of things that will never come true, and every bulb that I'm tightening is reflecting a shade of your blue. I reach for the top of the branches where your hand was supposed to be, but the ladder is steady and silent, and there's no one to lean against me. Now it's just me and the tree in the corner, glowing like a ghost in the hall, watching the shadows of us start to flicker and fade on the wall. I'm hanging the memories like ornaments, heavy and fragile and clear, the loneliest star on the summit of a bitter and broken heart. Yeah. So The carols turn low on the speaker, a hum in the back of my mind, searching for traces of Mary that I'm certain I won't ever find. Oh, the lights are all blinking in rhythm, like a pulse that is slowing to stay in the center of a living room where we used to dance the night away. One more string, one more light, one more way to pretend that the winter is just a beginning and not a permanent end. But when I plug in the cord and the room turns to silver and red, I'm standing alone in the glow of the words that we never quite said. Just me and the tree in the corner, glowing like a ghost in the hall, watching the shadows of us start to flicker and fade on the wall. I'm hanging the memories like ornaments, heavy and fragile and clear. The loneliest star on the summit of a bitter and broken heart. With their laughter, but I'm right where I'm destined to be, in a house full of echoes and tinsel. Just me and the tree. The fire is dying to embers, the carpet is covered in needles and dust. I'm learning to live in the maybe and losing the us and the trust. Merry Christmas to nobody. The lights look like tears I can't see, just the shadows, just the silence. Just me and the tree. I'm untangling the wires on the living room floor, listening for a key that won't turn in the door. The spruce is leaning heavy, like it knows you're gone. The shortest day is ending, but the night feels twice as long. I found that little angel with the one broken wing, the one you said reminded you of every hopeful thing. Now she's just a piece of plastic in a dusty cardboard box, while I'm drowning in the ticking of the holiday clocks. The neighbors got their rooftop lit in neon cherry red, but I'm turning out the lamps and going early to my bed. The sky is clear and biting, the air is sharp and thin, and I'm just waiting for the freeze to finally settle in. Yeah, I'm the loneliest star in the December sky, watching all the world and its wonders pass me by. I'm hanging on a branch that's about to snap into a flicker in the darkness that was once a part of you. They say the light leads home, but I've lost my way so far. I'm just a cold and hollow loneliest star. There's a ghost of your perfume on the scarf upon the hook, like a sentence left unfinished in a tattered winter book. I see the city glowing from the window on the hill. The world is moving forward while my heart is standing still. I used to be the beacon that would guide you through the storm. I used to be the fire that would keep your spirit warm. Now I'm just a point of light, a million miles away, wishing I could melt into the colors of the day. The North Star is steady, the planets all alive, but I'm falling out of orbit, I'm running out of time. If you look up from your window, if you see a silver streak, that's just the salt of one more tear upon a frozen cheek. Once a part of you. They say the light leads home, but I've lost my way so far. I'm just a cold and hollow loneliest star, burning out in the frost. One more holiday where I'm lost, just a spark in the black, and the sun isn't coming back. I gathered everyone together by the fireplace mantle, trying to hold the spirit up more than I can handle. My sister's wearing sequins and the kids are acting wild, while I'm hiding a hollow heart behind a frozen smile. Hold it steady, someone says, don't let the focus slip, but I'm biting back the shaking on the corner of my lip. The timer is ticking down like a hammer on a nail. The light is turning golden, but the world is looking pale. I'm leaning to the left to leave a little bit of room for the part of me that's buried in this December gloom. Now you're just a person missing from the photo on the wall. The gap between the shoulders, the silence in the hall. The flash goes off and captures every face inside the frame, but there's a cold and empty space that's whispering your name. Yeah, we're all gathered round, and the colors are so bright, but I'm the only one who sees who isn't here tonight. Last year your arm was round me and your chin was on my head. Now I'm staring at the digital ghosts of us instead. The sweater that you wore is still hanging on the hook. It's the only piece of you that didn't make it in the book. I'm looking at the screen, at the family and the tree, and searching for the version of the girl I used to be. You can crop the edges, you can filter out the gray, but you can't edit out the way the heartbeat fades away. 1,000 megapixels, and it's still not crystal clear how I'm supposed to keep on smiling through another lonely year. 'Cause you're just a person missing from the photo on the wall, the gap between the shoulders, the silence in the hall. The flash goes off and captures every face inside the frame, but there's a cold and empty space that's whispering your name. Yeah, we're all gathered round, and the colors are so bright, but I'm the only one who sees who isn't here tonight. Just a phantom in the pixels, a shadow in the lens, the kind of broken holiday that never really ends. Say cheese for the camera, count 1, 2, 3, but there's an empty space beside me where you're supposed to be. The sequins on the dresses reflect the neon in the street. I'm watching people dancing to a frantic happy beat. The champagne's in the bucket, but the bubbles feel like rain. I'm rehearsing all the bitter things that we should have never said. The clock is ticking louder as the minute hand climbs high. Underneath the cold and indifferent December sky, everyone is counting down from 10 to number 1, but I'm still stuck in August where our damage was begun. I'm checking for your shadow in the doorway of the bar, wondering if you're lonely or if you've traveled far. And it's a new confetti in the gutters, like a colorful debris of the life that you were planning once upon a time with me. I'll toast to your new start with a glass of cheap regret, trying to remember all the things I should forget. Say out with all the horns are blowing loud, but I'm searching for your face in the center of the crowd. Just another January, cold and blue and gray. Happy New Year, baby, wherever you may stay. Stay. I left the porch light burning just in case the wind was wrong, and the radio is humming the same old coming home song. I've got the kettle whistling to drown out the quiet room, and the scent of cinnamon is fighting with the gloom. Keep checking the driveway for the sweet but golden light, but the snow is undisturbed and perfectly white. I rehearsed my hello, and I've practiced my grin, just waiting for the moment that you finally walk in. I hear a car door slam, 3 houses down the street. My heart starts to gallop, skipping a beat. I stand by the window, I hold my breath tight, but the shadow that passes isn't yours tonight. Now there's a wreath on the wood and a mat on the floor, but there's no one at the door. No, there's no one at the door. The bells are all ringing for the lost and the found, but my world is built on a silent ground. I'm a host with no guest, I'm a king with no crown, watching the holiday spirit go down in a house full of love that nobody wants anymore, and there's no one at the door. The gift on the table is starting to gather the dust beside a small key that's beginning to rust. I remember the way that you'd fumble for the lock, with your arms full of bags and your heart on the clock. Now the hallway is a tunnel that leads to nowhere at all, and the only thing moving is the pine needles fall. I'm a prisoner of maybe and a victim of weight, staring at the latch on the cold garden gate. They say knock and it opens, they say seek and you'll find, but I'm seeking a person who left me behind. I'd give every treasure and the stars in the sky for a knock in the night and a look in your eyes. Yeah, there's a wreath on the wood and a mat Christmas to the ghosts and the echoes in the floor. But I'm finally certain there's no one at the door. I'm sitting on the floorboard with a box labeled 94, the kind of heavy cardboard that I can't carry anymore. The tape is getting yellow and the edges are all frayed, like the fragile little promises that you and I once made. I reached inside the tissue and I felt the cold of glass, a frozen little window into all that came to pass. The house is smelling like the woods, but it's silent as a grave, and I'm losing all the courage that I thought I'd try to save. Here's the ceramic heart we painted in the rain, before we knew that forever could be a synonym for pain. I'm holding it so tight, I think the porcelain might break, a jagged little souvenir of every big mistake. It's just old ornaments and new sharp pain hanging on a dying branch while I whisper out your name. Each silver bell is ringing with a hollow, heavy sound of a love that's lost its footing on this frozen winter ground. The tree is looking beautiful, a masterpiece of grief, while I'm searching for a miracle or a moment of relief from these old ornaments and this new pain. I found the one with your handwriting, the year we moved in here, before the Merry Christmas turned into a Happy New Year fear. The glitter's coming off on me, it's sticking to my skin like the ghost of every touch of yours that used to let me in. I see our faces in the Bibles, distorted and so small, reflecting back a version of us that's headed for a fall. I'm decorating shadows, I'm lighting up the ghost of the person in this hallway that I think I miss the most. The star for the top is still sitting on the floor, because I'm not quite tall enough to reach you anymore. Even if I climb the world to touch the highest light, it wouldn't change the fact that you aren't coming home tonight. It's just old ornaments and new sharp pain hanging on a dying branch while I whisper out your name. Each silver bell is ringing with a hollow, heavy sound of a love that's lost its footing on this frozen winter ground. The tree is looking beautiful, a masterpiece of grief, while I'm searching for a miracle, a moment of relief from these old ornaments and this new pain. Its footing on this frozen winter ground. The tree is looking looking beautiful, a masterpiece of grief, while I'm searching for a miracle, a moment of relief from these old ornaments and this new paint. I'll leave the box open, I'll leave the lights on, just in case you realize that the magic isn't gone. But the glass is so thin and the night is so deep, and I have so many memories that I no longer wanna keep. Old ornaments, same old pain. Spent all night on the kitchen floor with a roll of tape and string, wrapping up the memories and every little thing. The sweater with the coffee stain, the book you never read, the silver framed reminder of the things we never said. I drove down to the station, through the slush and through the sleet. The post office was humming with the sound of happy feet. But I'm standing at the counter with a heavy cardboard box, feeling like a sailor who's been crashed against the rocks. The clerk, she asked for the address, and I couldn't find the breath to tell her that this package feels a little bit like death. I wrote your name in cursive, but the ink began to smear, just like every promise that we made this time last year. Now it's return to sender for this broken holiday. I'm mailing back the pieces that I cannot keep away. There's no room beneath my tree for a love that didn't last. I'm shipping out the present to the graveyard of the past. I hope it finds you somewhere underneath a different light, but I'm sending back the Christmas that we're losing here tonight. The stamps are lined up like a row of soldiers on the lid, guardians of the secrets and the habits that we hid. I'm giving back the ornament we bought in Monterey. It doesn't belong in a house where you no longer stay. The lady in the line behind me has a ribbon in her hair. She doesn't see the ghost of us just standing in the air. I slide it through the window and I watch it disappear. The heaviest delivery of a cold and bitter year. Maybe it'll end up in the dead letter bin never quite got it. Or maybe you'll just open it and wonder who I am. The girl who tried to save a heart that's caught inside a jam. Yeah, it's return to sender for this broken holiday. I'm mailing back the pieces that I cannot keep away. There's no room beneath my tree for a love that didn't last. I'm shipping out the present to the graveyard of the past. I hope it finds you somewhere underneath a different light. But I'm sending back the Christmas that we're losing here tonight. Don't let the winter in. I didn't ask for silver, and I didn't ask for gold. I didn't need a winter coat to keep out all the cold. I wrote a list in October, and I left it by the fire. One simple name was written there, my only soul's desire. I stayed up past the midnight hour to hear the rooftop bells, but the only thing that landed was the ghost of someone else. The milk is turning sour, the cookies are all dust, the reindeer tracks are fading in a layer of winter rust. I looked beneath the tinsel, but the floor was bare and dry, just the echo of a promise and a dark December sky. They say he brings you everything you ever wanted most, but I'm just sitting here tonight beside a holiday ghost. No ribbon on the doorstep, no footsteps in the hall, just the sound of frozen teardrops as the snow begins to fall. I didn't want the magic, I just wanted what was mine. But Santa broke my heart this Christmas time. The city's wrapped in neon, a million colored eyes, but I'm just staring at the space where our old future lies. He skipped the chimney on this block, he knew you weren't there. He left me with the silence and an empty rocking chair. Maybe I was naughty for loving you too much, for hanging all my happiness on a hand I couldn't touch. The sleigh is miles away now, heading for the dawn, to houses where the porch lights are still brightly turned on. But I'm the one he forgot about, the soul he left behind, with a box of broken memories that I can't undesign. Yeah, they say he brings you everything you ever wanted most, but I'm just sitting here tonight beside a holiday ghost. No ribbon on the doorstep, no footsteps in the hall, just the sound of frozen teardrops as the snow begins to fall. I didn't want the magic, I just wanted what was mine. But Santa broke my heart this Christmas time. Yeah, they say he brings you everything you ever wanted most, but I'm just sitting here tonight beside a holiday ghost. No ribbon on the doorstep, no footsteps in the hall, just the sound of frozen teardrops as the snow begins to fall. I didn't want the magic, I just wanted what was mine. But Santa broke my heart this Christmas time. Keep the toys, keep the joy, keep the stars that shine so bright. He brought the winter to my room and he took away the light. Yeah, he broke it, just a heart on a shelf, and I'm spending Christmas all by myself. I'm sitting by the embers as the clock begins to chime. It's the 24th of December, but I'm frozen out of time. The lists are all checked over and the stockings hang in line. But there's one thing missing from this house of cedar and of pine. I don't want a fancy watch or a sweater made of wool. I just want the half of me that made my spirit full. So I'm writing one last letter that I'll throw into the flue, hoping for a miracle that brings me back to you. I hear the bells on the wind far across the snow, but I've got nowhere left for a restless soul to go. The sky is white and silver, and the moon is rising high, while I'm just down here asking the where and when and why. Oh, Santa, can you fix a broken heart tonight? Can you mend the pieces while the world is wrapped in light? I don't need a box with a pretty velvet bow. I just need the warmth of the love I used to know. If you've got a bit of magic left inside that heavy sleigh, could you find the part of him that walks so far away? Santa, can you fix a broken heart? I remember how we'd whisper while the cookies started baking. Now the only sound in here is the way my breath is shaking. You see every hidden thing from your workshop in the north. You see the tears I'm shedding as the shadows sally forth. Is there a tool for shattered dreams upon your wooden bench? A way to ease the pressure of this lonely bitter clench? Because the tinsel feels like wire and the carols sound like rain, and I can't find the merry through this sudden sharpest pain. I've been good enough this year, I've tried to play the part, but there's a winter dead and garden living right inside my heart. I'm not asking for the moon or a star to call my own, just a way to not feel quite so hollow and alone. Fix a broken heart tonight. Can you mend the pieces while the world is wrapped in light? I don't need a box with a pretty velvet bow. I just need the warmth of the love I used to know. If you've got a bit of magic left inside that heavy sleigh, could you find the part of him that walks so far away? Santa, can you fix a broken heart? The fire's nearly out now, the soot is on the floor, and I'm still staring at the lock upon the heavy door. I guess some things are broken that even you can't glue. Merry Christmas, Santa, I'll be waiting here for you. Subways humming carols for the people rushing home, while I'm standing on the platform in a garden made of chrome. The neon signs are bleeding red and green across the street, but the slush is turning gray beneath 1,000 hurried feet. I walk past our old deli where the windows fogged and bright, but I'm just a silhouette against the city's golden light. I used to love the sirens and the steam from every vent. Now they're just the background to a love that's been misspent. The giant tree at center stage is glowing for the crowd, but the silence in my apartment is getting way too loud. I'm checking every taxi for a face I won't see, knowing that this concrete jungle's closing in on me. It's a silent night in the city, but the world is making noise. I'm surrounded by the ghosts of all our holiday joys. The traffic lights are blinking like they're trying to say goodbye. Underneath the purple smoggy cold December sky, 10 million people breathing, but I'm the only one alone in a silent night in the city that we used to call our own. I'm sitting on the fire escape, the iron's biting cold, watching couples in the park do what we never got to hold. The steam is rising from the grates like prayers that didn't fly, while the moon is just a pale coin in a pocket of the sky. I remember how the skyline used to look like diamonds then. Now it's just a cage of glass that won't let me back in. The bells of St. Jude's are ringing, but they sound so far away, like a memory of a person from a different kind of day. The penthouse lights are shimmering, the alleyways are black, and I'm standing on a bridge, looking forward and looking back. They say the city never sleeps. Well, tonight I guess that's true, 'cause I'm wide awake and drowning in the absence of you. It's a silent night in the city, but the world is making noise. I'm surrounded by the ghosts of all our holiday joys. The traffic lights are blinking like they're trying to say goodbye. Underneath the purple smoggy cold December sky, 10 million people breathing, but I'm the only one alone in a silent night in the city that we used to call our own. The steam keeps rising, the sirens fade. I'm just another shadow that the skyscrapers made. Merry Christmas to the skyline and the ice upon the ledge. I'm just a silent city heart living on the edge. I climbed the ladder in the corner of the spare room to pull the boxes from the winter and the gloom. I found the velvet velvet box, the one we bought in June, back when our hearts were beating to a different tune. I reach for the top branch where you used to reach. Now there's a lesson that the silence has to teach. The glass is cold and the tinsel's looking gray, since you decided you were walking away. The streetlights are humming a low, lonely hymn. The hope in this hallway is growing so dim. I plugged in the cord and I waited for the spark, but I'm still standing here alone in the dark. 'Cause you were the star that didn't shine this year, the light in the window that just disappeared. I'm looking at the sky, but the clouds are in the way, searching for the pieces of a broken holiday. They say a North Star leads the weary back home, but I'm just a shepherd standing here alone. Yeah, you were the star that didn't shine. I see our reflection in the ornaments we kept, in the hollow of the house where the memory slept. There's a silver angel with a chip on her wing, and a song in my throat that I can't seem to sing. The snow is a blanket burying the street, but it can't hide the rhythm of a heart skip beat. I'm holding the star and it's heavy in my hand, a king with no kingdom, a map with no land. Maybe the fuse blew, or maybe it's the rain. Maybe some fires are just put out by the pain. I try to remember the glow on your face, but the shadows are taking up all of your space. You were the star that didn't shine this year, the light in the window that just disappeared. I'm looking at the sky, but the clouds are in the way, searching for the pieces of a broken holiday. They say a North Star leads the weary back home, but I'm just a shepherd standing here alone. Yeah, you were the star that didn't shine. I'll leave the top branch empty tonight. I'm done trying to force the wrong kind of light. Merry Christmas, I guess, to the ghost of your sign, to the star that didn't shine. where the heater doesn't reach, learning all the lessons that the frozen nights have to teach. The advent calendar is open, but the windows are all bare. Just 24 reminders that you're simply never there. I tried to find a hymnal, but I couldn't find the page. Just a bird with broken feathers in a tinsel-covered cage. And lighting every candle until the shadows start to thin, trying to find a doorway where a ghost can enter in. The frost is on the altar and the choir's out of tune, and I'm just shouting questions at a cold December moon. These are my winter prayers, whispered in the dark, searching for a fire when I haven't got a spark. I'm asking for a healing that the season cannot bring. I'm waiting for a miracle, a song I cannot sing. If there's peace on earth for everyone, then why is mine so rare? I'm just a lonely believer, sending up a winter prayer. The stained glass in the window shows a mother and a child, but out here in the hallway, the wind is turning wild. I remember how we lingered in the back row of the pew, back when every hallelujah was a promise meant for you. Now the pews are rows of driftwood and the ceiling is so high, and I'm just watching wood smoke drift across a violet sky. I'm not asking for a kingdom, and I'm not asking for the throne, just a way to feel less holy and a little less alone. They say the light is coming, that the dawn is nearly here, but I've been living in the midnight for the better part of a year. I'll stay here in the silence until the bells begin to ring, and see if there is any grace in the sorrow that I bring. These are my winter prayers, whispered in the dark, searching for a fire when I haven't got a spark. I'm asking for a healing that the season cannot bring. I'm waiting for a miracle, a song I cannot sing. If there's peace on earth for everyone, then why is mine so rare? I'm just a lonely believer, sending up a winter prayer. I'm into the ending, I'm into the cold, I'm into the stories that'll never be retold. The candles are all flickering, the night is almost gone, but I'm still here praying for a light that hasn't shone. city's humming carols, but I can't hear the sound. Just the ghost of your footsteps on the frozen ground. I'm pulling out the boxes, the tinsel and the light, but the shadows in the corner feel much longer tonight. The neighbors started hanging wreaths on every single door, but I'm just staring at the space where you don't live anymore. I bought a gift I can't deliver, a secret I can't share. I'm reaching for your hand, but there's only winter air. It's a long, cold winter without you. The ice is forming cracks across my heart. The fire's burning low, and I'm just letting go of a dream that fell completely apart. They say it's a season of magic and grace, but all I see is silence and an empty place. Yeah, it's just another winter without you. The radio is playing that song you used to love. I'm looking for a sign in the gray clouds up above. Your ornament is heavy, holding down the branch. I'm waiting for a miracle, a second season chance. But the snow is falling steady, burying the track of the person that I was before you never came back. The clock strikes 12, the year is turning cold. A story left unfinished, a promise left untold. I'll toast to your memory, I'll drink to the pain, until the white frost melts into the April rain. It's a long, cold winter without you. The ice is forming cracks across my heart. The fire's burning low, and I'm just letting go of a dream that fell completely apart. They say it's a season of magic and grace, but all I see is silence and an empty place. Yeah, it's just another winter without you. The lights are blinking out one by one. Just a cold, quiet winter, and I'm finally undone. I'm tracing the frost on the edge of the glass, counting the cars and the ghosts as they pass. The fireplace is cold and the kitchen is still. I'm fighting the wind and I'm losing the will to hang up the stockings we bought at the fair, when your name was a song and not a hole in the air. I look at the tree and it's blurred in a haze of all of our better and brighter lit days. The radio's playing a tune we once knew, but the lyrics are different since I lost the view of the girl boy who promised we'd never go cold, before all the glitter turned into this The box in the corner is half full of dreams, and old rolls of ribbon that are frayed at the seams. I found a receipt from a dinner for two, a December evening when the world was still new. I'm closing my eyes just to see if you'll stay, but the image of us keeps on drifting away, like wood smoke that rises and melts in the black of a road that I'm walking but never took back. They say that the season is for holding on tight, but my hands are so empty and frozen tonight. If I could just capture one moment of grace, I'd spend it remembering the lines of your face. And I'm just trying to remember how the magic used to feel before the winter made the heartbreak so incredibly real. I'm searching for the spark in the back of my mind, but the warmth is a treasure that I can't seem to find. I remember your laughter, I remember your touch, but I can't quite remember why it hurts this much. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. It's December 23rd, the year's almost through, and I'm losing the color of the memory of you, just a silhouette in the snow, trying to remember how to let go. How to let go. I watch the frost melt out the glass like veins upon a hand, a frozen atlas of a life we never got to plan. The radio is singing about the most wonderful time, but it feels like a mountain that I'm far too tired to climb. I see the couple skating, silhouettes against the white wall. I'm just trying to make it through the middle of the night. The holly's on the table, but the berries look like blood. My heart is like a garden that's been buried in the mud. I'm reaching for the coffee mug that's got your faded stain, anything to anchor me against this winter rain. It's a lonely, lonely holiday without you by my side, with nowhere left for all these heavy memories to hide. The tinsel's losing luster and the star is leaning low. I'm standing in the kitchen watching shadows come and go. They say that it's the season for the weary to find rest, but I've got a North Pole winter living deep inside my chest. I walk past our old corner where the street performer plays. He's singing all the carols that we loved in better days. I reached into my pocket for a coin to throw his way, but I realized I'd spent my hope on words I couldn't say. The department store is glowing, full of silver and of gold, but you can't buy a hand to be the one you get to hold. The mistletoe is hanging like a thread above the door, a reminder of a promise doesn't live here anymore. I'll blow out every candle, I'll turn off every light, and darkness take the edges of the night. It's a lonely, lonely holiday without you by my side, with nowhere left for all these heavy memories to hide. The tinsel's losing luster and the star is leaning low. I'm standing in the kitchen watching shadows come and go. It's a lonely, lonely holiday without you by my side, with nowhere left for all these heavy memories to hide. The tinsel's losing luster and the star is leaning low. I'm standing in the kitchen watching shadows come and go. They say that it's the season for the weary to find rest, but I've got a North Pole winter living deep inside my chest. No merry in the Christmas, no happy in the year, just the sound of the silence now that you aren't here. I'll see you in the new year, in the dreams I can't delay. Have yourself a lonely holiday.